Now what up everybody, it's Anime Junkie and today we're doing part 5 to What If Deku Had Haki. And now, let's get to the intro.
I'm not the one you wanna fuck with. Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Right in front of get myself a lamb color cuss for the game. Leave him hanging by his chain. Click bang, feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feeling sane. And it's slowly feeling flames, feeling fire from my brain, bringing more please no glory.
Okay, so before we start, I have two very important announcements to make. So listen up. This Saturday I won't be uploading because I have a party to visit, and as much as I like it, I would like to upload the whole week next week, which I am. But the only thing I want to do is not upload the whole next week because the whole next week I have exams at school, but I would still want to entertain you guys with some What If series. So I'm gonna still upload, but on this Saturday I'm not gonna upload any videos. So yeah, because I have a party to visit. I'm visiting old friends from my old school, so we're actually having a party and a get together, and after that I won't have time because I have to study for the exams. So this Saturday, no videos. And the second big announcement, this is the most exciting announcement I've ever have to give to you guys. It's because this is a really big change in my video style. I'm actually going to be doing animations. Now, if you don't know what animations is, actually, I think anybody knows animation. Unless you've been teleported here from the past and you don't know anything about animation. Hey, that's a what if. Never mind. So soon I will be actually buying a animation display or a display tablet and connect it to my computer, and I'll start animating stuff for you guys. Now, I'm not completely clear on how this animation system is gonna work, but do get ready for some dope animations in the future. And I probably won't be able to use fan art. I'll just create my own fan art. So yeah, so this YouTube channel will turn into an animation channel. I will do regular normal animations and also doing what if animations where I actually animate what will actually happen if Deku had sunshine, or what if Deku had the Gorogoro no Mi, or all my other previous what ifs, or any future ones, like creating trailers for them with animation. So get ready for that, and no stuttering, because in the animations I'll actually use a script, because animation takes a really long time to actually look perfect and stuff like that. So I will have the time to actually create a script, so no stuttering for the animation. But for the What If series right now, there probably will be stuttering. But in the future, there will be less content, but you will get animations, and animations will be a regular in the future. I'm still dreaming about it, but soon I'm gonna turn that dream into a reality. So let's get to the What If series. Okay, so last time we left off, Deku was going home after defeating the sludge villain and saving Bakuro from his clutches. He was interviewed by the media and asked a lot of questions about his quirk and what his future is. Deku obviously says that he wants to be a pro hero and the #1 hero in the future. So everybody automatically knows that this kid has a really bright future in heroism, and the quirk that he displayed in the sludge villain attack definitely proves that he has the skills to be a pro hero. So Deku's walking home and he's basically replaying all those moments that he thought were really cool, and him defeating all the hero and the villains, I mean not the heroes, the villains. And then he walks into this giant pillar of straight hard muscle. And then he's taken back because he was thinking of other stuff, so he didn't have his observation Haki on. So then he looks up and starts saying sorry, and he's like, oh sorry, I wasn't looking. And then he sees All Might. He's like, hey kiddo, that was really nice work back there. You saved that kid from the clutches of that villain. And then Deku looks down in sadness because he was the one who messed everything up and made All Might go through his limits for no reason. So he says, All Might, can I say something? I wanted to tell you this for a while now. And then All Might's like, sure kid, what's up? Deku basically says that, I'm really sorry that I caused all that commotion just because of that one mistake that I made before we met. All Might looks at Deku and is like, you know what kid, you did make a mistake, but the main thing that matters here is that you made it right. You stood up, ran at the problem head straight without looking, and you changed everything. You self-sacrificed for your friend. I think that's your friend, right? Deku says, yeah, that's my childhood friend. Yeah, see, so where was I? Yeah, you have the self-sacrifice in you. That means you do have the potential to be a hero. And that's what all strong and great heroes had when they started. Deku looks up and says, "But I don't have a quirk. You were the one who told me that I can't be a hero without a quirk." All Might looks confused. He's like, "Quirk? You do have a quirk. I saw you use it. That's a quirk, right? Is it?" Deku looks up at All Might and says, "No, that's not a quirk. That's a special ability that I developed after really hard and grueling training in the mountains with my grandparents." All Might's really curious because he wanted to know the answer of this when Deku was fighting the sludge villain. So All Might becomes curious and asks him, "What is this special ability? And can you tell me about it? Or is it not allowed?" Deku says, "Oh no, it's okay. I can tell you because you're the #1 hero and you're my idol." Then Deku basically explains Haki is an energy. Haki is the name of the ability that I developed after 5 years of really hard and grueling training with my grandfather. So Haki is an energy and it splits up into 3 categories. It depends on the person and what they're born with to actually have one of them. I am lucky enough to have all 3 of them, and that's really super lucky. I think a person is lucky enough to just unlock the energy inside their body. So as you probably guessed, Haki isn't a really common thing. Only my grandfather and me and Ochako, my old childhood friend, are the ones that have Haki. The first category, observation Haki, allows me to sense anything around my vicinity or any attack that my opponent's gonna make, so I can dodge it, of course. It's also good for aiming. Allows me to aim, distance, and predict where the bullet's gonna go after I shoot it. The second type of Haki, it's called armament Haki. It allows you to create an invisible force of armament to any part of your body or outside of your body. It can be used to repel any force back at the person generating it by creating this invisible wall or something like that. There's 2 types of armament Haki. One that's invisible and the other one that's visible. That's the type of Haki that I was using with the sludge villain. Once you unlock this armament Haki, it has this black, glossy, metally look. And it can go on any part of your body as soon as you can control it properly. And I forgot to mention, Haki is also a quirk nullifier. So any long-range quirk, for example, Endeavor's quirk like fire, if I activate my armament Haki, it won't hurt me. That's how I was able to hurt the sludge villain. I can also coat the armament Haki onto weapons to make them nullify other quirks too. And the last and final Haki is basically Conqueror's Haki. This is the rarest Haki. Only someone can activate it if they're born with it. I was lucky enough to be born with it. Like my childhood friend, he wasn't lucky enough to be born with armament or Conqueror's Haki. She can only use observation. All Might looks at Deku at awe. He's like, "Oh, I get it. That's a really OP power. And it's really helpful." Conqueror's Haki can allow me to use my willpower as a weapon. I can knock anyone out in the vicinity no matter how many people there are on the battlefield, as long as they have weak wills than me. So for someone like you who has more will than me and actually don't think of me as a threat, my Conqueror's Haki won't affect you. But if somebody's scared of me, it will, and it might even knock them out, or if it's at an advanced level, you can even do physical damage to them without actually touching them. All Might's surprised. It's like this much power can be unlocked by just training. And not only it's super powerful at its basic stage, but it also has an advanced level, which is even more OP. So All Might thinks to himself, this was the right decision. With someone with this power, with the One for All, they'll be the greatest hero that ever existed in the hero society, and the potential next symbol of peace. All Might shouts out, "Young Midoriya, I have decided you should be the next successor of my quirk, One for All." He actually quiets down when he actually says the name of his quirk because he doesn't want to say it out loud and people will hear. So my quirk is actually able to pass on to other people. And he explains everything else that he needs to do in the actual anime. So he does that. Midoriya is really impressed. He's like, "Whoa, a quirk like this exists?" But then Midoriya is thinking, "Wait, what do I do now? I promised everyone that I'm going to be the first quirkless hero and prove everyone who judged me back then wrong. But now All Might has given me this proposal, and should I refuse this? What would my grandpa say? What would Uraraka say? And what would Bakugo say?" Deku shakes his head. He thinks to himself, what would a hero do? What would a true hero do? He thinks that a hero will do anything to actually protect everyone in the society with his power. And if he can get more power, he'll be able to protect more people and save them. Midoriya decides. He has this motivating look on his face. He's surrounded by this energy. Because when Midoriya is motivated, that means he has a lot of willpower. That means his Haki is stronger at that time. Midoriya shouts out, "I accept your quirk, All Might. I'll be the 9th successor of One for All." So All Might basically picks up his shirt and then sees the muscle definition. He's like, what the hell? This student shouldn't have this kind of muscle. And then he remembers Midoriya saying he did 5 years of really hard grueling training with his grandfather. He asks, what kind of grueling training did your grandfather put you through? And Deku just explains, oh, one time he just threw me in a jungle and told me to survive. And then the other time he tied me up to balloons and made me float up to the sky and told me to get out if I wanted to survive. And then he also threw me down a mountainous ravine and told me to survive and be at the breakfast table by morning or I wouldn't get any breakfast. All Might looks at shock. He's like, what? Is this even legal? Wait, isn't this called child abuse? Wait, where's your grandparents? As the #1 hero, I shall not let this stand. A child being abused by this much training and trauma. And Deku basically calms him down like, no, wait, I agreed to this training because my grandparents warned me that the training was really hard and it was the same exact training my grandfather went to unlock Haki. All Might calms down, but he's like, are you okay with this type of stress and training that you received? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'll do anything to be #1. Just like you, All Might. All Might smiles and tells Deku to meet him at the beach in the morning tomorrow. We're gonna have some training time. And if you're wondering, wait, why does he train him? Because he already has developed muscles, right? Yes, but he does want to see what his strength is up to so he knows how much he can control right off the bat. So it's just a little strength and speed training. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this what if series. I hope you guys like it because this time I actually think I did better because I didn't stutter as much. And I like playing the All Might and Deku role and that voice changing. So I might actually do my voice acting in the animations and I'll ask some of my fans or my friends to actually do female characters or stuff like that. So when that comes up, I will notify you guys and I might ask you guys to submit your voices or I'll send you this text and you have to read it out or something. But I'm really excited for those animations. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and as always, Anime Junkie out.